It's for the for him.
All right, good afternoon. I think we'll get some more people coming in here later, but just so everyone knows, I am recording this meeting. So I'll make it available to anyone that wasn't able to make it, or if you need to get some, you've maybe missed something that I talked about, you can, revisit it. But I want to welcome you all to War Hill, especially this program. I'm going to cover some, pretty much some things that I think will help you and your athlete understand a little bit more about what we do and why we do it. Then of course go over the calendars, people that are here to help you, as our Booster Club parents, and of course the people in this building here at War Hill that are here to help. We're excited about the kids that are here. We got a good number of kids. We're upwards in the 40s, and this is something that we haven't seen since about 5 years ago. This graduating class, now our 2024, we had 38 of those guys come in as rising ninth graders, and 23 of them stuck around. So we're excited to have a class this large, and not just having them here, but they've been committed to coming to the weight room, which we of course believe is the foundation of sort of success over the past 5 years. And just so you give give you a little bit of history of War Hill over the past 5 years, and this class in particular, which I'm just so excited about these 2028s, but they remind me of the 2024s. The 2024s are the winningest class that has ever walked through the halls of War Hill. They got here and was a major contributor to the success of the program as freshmen. They came during COVID, and where a lot of kids decided to walk away, these 2024 stayed. And we're very, very proud of our 2024 class, and we're excited about our 2025 class, and we're extremely excited about the numbers that we have here in our 2028 class, and which you are all representing. So we're very, very happy for the players, and we want to thank you all parents for turning them over to us, trusting us with them, and we're certainly grateful for it. Just so you know what we're going to cover here today, I want to introduce my coaches, both the varsity and the JV level, although JV is more what you're interested in, and we'll spend, and Coach Temple will talk a little bit about the JV staff. But at the varsity level, just so everyone knows, we have, I guess you can say 5 coaches at the varsity level, because Coach Francis goes back and forth. But I'm Coach Rose, the head football coach here. The other 4 coaches that are on the varsity staff, Coach Burke, he coaches our defensive line, offensive line. Coach Moker, he coaches our defensive backs and receivers, and then I say Coach Francis, he helps out just about where any one of the positions that we have at the varsity level, but he is the defensive coordinator for JV. And then Coach Price, who takes care of our quarterbacks, running backs, and he's an offensive coordinator and assistant head coach here at War Hill. And we've coached together for I believe this will be our 21st year. Well, we took a little hiatus when he decided to run away from War Hill, but I mean from Woodside, and when we were together. But we're back, and we've been together for a while now, and certainly grateful to have our coaches at the varsity level and the JV level. We got Coach Temple is our head football coach for JV, and this would be, I believe, his going into his 3rd year now as the head JV football coach, and we've got a very, very good staff. Some of you have already, witnessed them in action because they're coaching the 14U team for the Hornets, and they've been doing a fantastic job. And the Hornets have a game this Saturday, so we're excited for them and the job they're doing out in the community, helping out there, but mainly helping our guys here at War Hill, and they do a great job. Coach Temple, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So I'm gonna turn it over to Coach Temple here for a little bit, just to talk about introduce his staff and a little bit about the JV program and then their role that they play in developing our kids.
All right, how you guys doing tonight? I'm Coach Temple. Some of you may know me, obviously, from seeing me either at you guys' games at Toano, Hornsby, and just around the area. So like Coach Rose said, I've been a part of the program. This is going on my 3rd year. Definitely excited about this coming up year. We got a great group of kids that's coming up. So one big thing. So our staff is going to be Coach Milton. He's been with the program 4 or 5 years. Coach Milton. He's 4. Yeah, so he's our line coach, and he helps out with special teams as well with me. Then we have Coach Price, AJ Price. He is the offensive coordinator. We have Coach Francis, the multi-tool of War Hill. He goes back and forth between JV and varsity. Then we have Coach Hutchins. He's the receivers coach and helps out with DBs as well. And let's see. We have Marcus Rose. He's in and out, but he's most likely going to be with us this year as well, I believe. So he's also the DB's coach. Make sure I didn't forget anybody. No, did not. All right. So on to the next thing. We're going to talk about basically our roles, basically preparing for the younger guys that's coming up, prepare them for varsity. So we do make it an intense program starting out from day one. It starts out now. Basically, we had started March 5th, I believe, or 4th, with workouts inside of the schoolhouse at War Hill. We have definitely received a good turnout when it comes to the children showing up, working out, giving their effort. Obviously, some of them are participating in the 14U program, and that is awesome because that gives us the insight of what we're going to get for this next coming up season, and us being able to work with them earlier than what we normally get a chance to do. But everything prepares them for that next level. So JV is definitely a tough one for me. Like I said, I'm getting used to the JV program because, like Coach Rose said, it is getting them prepared for that varsity level. At any moment, one kid can show out, your kid, another kid can show out, and at one of our games, and guess what? Now they're playing with the big boys up top. So it's definitely an honor to do that, but at the same time, we're here to develop them and build them up mentally, physically, emotionally, just to get through anything. And it's not just through football, it's through life. So that's one of our big things at War Hill. And like I said, for our coaching staff, we speak in one voice. We have the same ideas when it comes to football. Coach Rose is definitely a great example of a really great football coach, not just on the field, off the field, by living how he speaks. And that's also with all of the rest of the coaching staff. Do we have any questions or concerns? And if so, let me know right now. And then also just a heads up, if you do have any questions, let me know any questions throughout the year, forward them directly to me, since I am the JV head coach. And kind of not saying not keep, I'll definitely keep the varsity in the know, but obviously if you have any issues or concerns, please forward them to me, because they're very busy up top. So do we have any questions now? No. Going once?
Not so far.
Going twice? All right, good, coach.
And if you have questions that maybe you want to ask at the end, Coach Temple he'll still be on. If you had anything that you had on your mind right now, Coach Temple's right here, but he's going to stay on, and we'll have another opportunity for you to ask questions. Anyone on the staff, you may not know enough to ask a question, so maybe when we get through, we might get something there. So I just want to make sure that this is clear for rising ninth graders. Who's JV, and who's varsity. Ninth graders are considered JV. So these rising ninth graders now, the eighth graders that are rising ninth graders, they are JV. 10th through 12th graders are considered varsity. Now I say, well, that's just the sort of the hand we're dealt. We only have 2 teams to service 60 some odd kids, a JV and a varsity. So this is the way that we break it up, and we want to with kids that are entering the program, they are high priority because we want them to stay and we want them to play. However, we do let 10th graders play JV. We do let them play JV games, so they can go back and forth between JV and varsity. But we try to have ninth graders playing JV, and as much as we can, keep the 10th, 11th, and 12th graders playing varsity as much as we can. But sometimes we do have a 10th grader that will go and play JV. But just so that parents know, ninth graders are, so when we say JV, we're referring to the ninth graders. 10th through 12th, of course, are our varsity guys. And so communication for the JV, it'll come from Coach Temple. And then, of course, I'll communicate with the varsity. Now, sometimes I do send messages to the JV, and then I'll specify that, this is for JV. But any communication that is forwarded to the JV will come from Coach Temple. So just so, and I think everybody on here is on Remind, which is a good thing. But all parent communication, it's got to be done by appointment through Remind. That we all have it on our phone. So if you do need to make an appointment with me, just you can email me. You can do it on Remind, but my email is here available. And during and you'll hear this again, but please refrain from after the competition or practice communication. Just set an appointment through Remind, and then we got no problem with getting back to you. We welcome open dialogue. We're going to do everything that we can to help you and your player. But if you're not satisfied with it, with the meeting that you have with either one of us, then you can always reach out to our athletic director, Coach Mullen, Dan Mullen, and there's his email up there. Fantastic athletic director. Was athletic director year last year. He's great. He works well with us. He works well for the program. So if you do have anything and you're not satisfied with with what you hear or in the conversation with me, you're more than welcome to reach out to Coach Mullen. But this is if you haven't already, the sign up for Remind. This is the communication. We send everything through here now. It used to be, Remind used to be that, part of the school system. The school system purchased this line of communication 2 years ago, and then they got rid of it last year. So now, I just have it. And sometimes you'll get information from me that seems, like it's a little choppy, or limited, or you might get it in spurts. It's because the app, the program, it only gives you a certain amount of characters each time you send a message. So I might only get 60 characters, and I need 140 of them. But I try to get that information out to you. So if it seems like it's a little choppy, I'm just trying to fit all the information into one text, one message. But if I have to send, multiple messages for the same thing, I'll do that. But Remind cuts me off. So that's why it kind of looks like that. But just so you know, this is, there's 2 separate classes to sign up for. There's a class for parents and then a class for players. So I communicate with the players a lot. So parents, you don't want to be on the players, class, because you're going to get a lot of, text messages from me. So there's a parent class. Make sure you sign up on the parent class, and players will be on a separate class. So, what do you need for football? Here's the one at the top equipment. We take care of everything. We got the helmets, we got the shoulder pads, we got the pants, pads, all that stuff we have, right here in house. We take care of all that. What you will need are cleats. We don't provide cleats, and the cleats that we're talking about for the game, it could be white, black, solid colors, or War Hill colors. We don't want any colors that don't represent our program or the War Hill period. We got Carolina blue, black, gray, and white. Those are our colors. So if they so when you're purchasing some shoes, just make sure they look like that. Practice shoes, I don't care what color they wear. They're in practice. But on the game day shoes, it should be War Hill colors. Academic eligibility. All players they must be, of course, academically eligible, and then I'll go over that there a little more in depth. And they will need a VHSL physical again, because they have a form. They have a physical now. When we start the season, they will need to have a physical dated after May 1 of this year, and it has to be on the VHSL form. All right, it has to be on the VHSL form. So if you do go get a physical and you get it on the doctor's physical form, that information will need to be transferred over to the VHSL form. Okay, and I don't know yet if if we're actually going to do physicals here at War Hill. Hopefully we do, and I'll put that information out to you. You'll also need to complete the registration there in the summer. It'll open up registration for that will open up in July, and all players have to be registered. I'll send out the link for that later on, but just so you know, just let you know exactly what you're going to need in order to play football. Because if any of this stuff isn't done, then you won't be allowed to play. The athletic fee, that's a $60 fee that goes right to the athletic program. So it's a $60 fee that everyone has to pay here in Williamsburg, James City County, and that's $60. So what it looks like there for to be an academically eligible player. Now y'all are all coming in eligible, because this is y'all first. Y'all are going to establish your eligibility now. But as we, as you guys grow in the program and move on from one semester to the other, 1 year to the other, these are the requirements. So according to VHSL, each player needs to have, has to pass 5 classes. You have to pass 5 classes. Now, for WJCC, you need a 1.25 GPA. So you need to pass 5 classes, and you have to have a 1.25 GPA. That's not that hard to do. Now, we do have a program goal of a 3.0 GPA. And of course, this is something that we want for them, that if a kid does decide they want to play football at the next level, you got to be academically eligible for that. So NCAA requires a 2.5, and then some programs are even higher than that. Many of them are. I rarely see any programs that the kid has a 2.5 GPA and the kid can get in. So 3.0 is what we're trying to shoot for. That'll make them academically eligible and attractive for any, most programs that, a kid can play at. But, we do have an athletic academic advisor. Her name is Miss Bell Hill. This is her information. So if we do have kids that will need a little extra help, we refer to Miss Bell Hill. She takes care of not only, when it comes to the academic part, but she also helps with making sure kids are NCAA eligible, starting from, their sophomore year. We have an NCAA eligibility sheet. She works with the kids on that. We also do it, but, and it's on our website. So just make sure you visit that if you want to take a look at the NCAA eligibility sheet. Fundraising. So I wanted to go ahead and get to our who's here, not just who's here for us, but who's responsible for what, like fundraising. I help out with that, but we have Miss Moeller, who's our parent that's going to take care of all of our kids. She's our football mother, and she's on right now. But this is her contact. I hope I got it right here. The contact information for her, and she doesn't mind you contacting her via email or giving her a call for any questions. And we are fundraising right now. I'll say this here now. We just started and kicked off a fundraiser that all of our players have to participate in. This is the way that, we're able to, of course, raise money for the program to get things like shorts, shirts, pay for our, the kids' pregame meal and all the other the ancillary nice stuff that we try to do for the kids. It all comes from fundraising. The kids, whatever they earn, we give it right back to them. So this is something that's very, very important for us to continue as a program, is doing what we can fundraise. And even now, we are trying to raise money, not this year, but the next year, we're trying to raise money to play an out-of-state game. That requires a lot of money, but this is why we need your help, parents and the kids. But I'll be quiet now. And Ms. Moeller, did you want to introduce yourself there, even though I did? Are you here, Ms. Moeller?
Hi there.
Oh,
I'm
perfect.
Sheree Moeller. I'm Carson and Luke's mother, and I look forward to working with you and your player, your family throughout the season. If you have any questions or concerns, whether it be finding socks or gear, I know that I'll be asking a lot from you to help me with the concessions throughout the year, the season. That raises a lot of money, and it takes a lot of hands, a lot of help. So we have 5 home games, and it will take about 12 individuals that will help through the game. But even before and after the game, we need to get the stock to the concessions and then back to the school as well. So again, that's 5 games, and we're going to need a lot of your help with that.
All right. Thanks, Ms. Moeller. And excellent team mom. She was here last year with us and the year before that, and she's been helping us out big time. And with a lot of stuff that we do, we benefit from comes from Ms. Moeller and her team. She does a great job, and we certainly appreciate the work that she's doing. But she's going to need help. We talk all the time, and I tell her, I say, listen, we can only do what we can do. If we don't have the money to do it, we won't do it. So it is important for us to pay it forward, and we're going to need the JV parents' help with concession stand, because what we want is for our varsity parents to watch their kids play, and same thing with the JV parents. We want you to watch your kids play. So we got to kind of switch off when we're talking about running the concession stand. So we would like for the JV parents to sign up to help out with the concession stand. An opportunity, of course, for us to raise money, but we have to have the help from our JV parents to keep the concession stand going. Otherwise, we could possibly lose it. We don't want to do that. We just want to help pay it forward so that your kids benefit from it, that next season. But thank you, Ms. Moeller. Appreciate all that you do and help with the program. So I don't want to go over all these different rules and all this stuff. This is kind of the foundation of, for, our program. One of the pillars for our program when it comes to expectations. We tell the kids, and this goes for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're a JV kid or, a varsity kid. You cannot compete if you're not here. This is just the rule of competition. Simple rule. You can't compete if you're not here, and if you're not here, you can't compete. You've got to be here, if you are trying to compete for a position. right? It's very difficult for, coaches to coach a jersey that's not here, or a person that's not here. And we practice, quite a bit, no different than any other successful program. But for kids to play, they got to be here. And I want to make that clear to all of our parents. Like we're gonna be fair. Like we got a great group of men coaching your sons. Like these are fantastic people. They're gonna hold your children in high regard. They're gonna treat them fairly. They're not gonna let anything come, any outside or obstacles come in the way, that they can control of keeping your kid off the field. They're gonna help your student, your athlete, your son, be the best person that they could possibly be. We believe in coaching that, that entire player. We're gonna push them on the field, we're gonna push them off the field, and accountability is extremely important when we're talking about raising our young men today. We're gonna make sure that we teach them the right way. And then we hold them accountable for and it's not just when they do something that they're not supposed to be doing, but it's something, when they do something right. We want to highlight that, recognize it, and move forward. But the expectation is, that they're here. We need them here. We want them here. We do understand that there's sometimes that they won't be able to make it, for some strange reason. I don't know. You gotta come here. But no, if there's a reason that they can't be here, we just need that communication. That's, just send us a message on our mind, and, just so we know. But we'd love for each and every one of them to be here. This last class was a fantastic class, and a shining example of, how, attendance, relates to success. You got to be here, and we want them here. So this is sort of the list, because I know I try to give this off to the parents and the kids. This is sort of what it looks like. We had to, for our excuses, right? Any organized team activity, we want them here. We got to have them here. But these are a good reason to miss here. The column you see on the left. I think it's on the left of what you can see. I'm sick and the doctor doesn't want me in school. Got it. Don't be here. Don't come here. Stay home. Get yourself well. We'll see you when you get well. Or my close family member died. Understand. We'll pray for you. We'll hope that you get back and you're in the right mind when you get back. But if anything they need, we'll help out with. My arms and legs are broken. That's a good excuse not to be here. And then I have been subpoenaed to court. That's typically what an excuse is for missing any one of our the team organized team activities. And then there's a longer list that we've heard before, and it's just not an excuse. You had to get a haircut and school detention. You're expected here to be a great person on and off the field. We feel like that a kid can fully commit to being a great student and a great football player. One does not have to suffer for us because you're doing something, doing well in the other. I've coached kids, and we've all seen it before. Kids with 4.0, and they were all state players. So you can fully commit to being a great student and a great football player. You got a project due. Now I know teachers don't just spring projects on you in a day or two. They typically I'm a teacher, so I know. They typically give you about, a good amount of time to get yourself ready for the project. So to say, like, I got to go home and do this project, we didn't manage our time well. So that's certainly not a good excuse. I don't even know if they still have the ring dance, but we used to get that. Got to go to the ring dance. All right, got it. Can't, that's not an excuse. Prom, not an excuse. You got a broken arm, no problem. Come in, work your leg. You got a broken leg, no problem. Come in, work your arms. We believe, that you need to be here. Can't be that your grades are bad, that's an excuse and you're gone for the next 3 months trying to get your grades up. No, you need to be a fully committed student. We're going to help you do that. All right. The worst thing that you can do is to walk away from the program and then come back saying, I'm ready to go. So, no, those guys you walked in with are way ahead of you now. So we want them to stay and use us as, as a tool, as a resource, if they do need some help in the classroom or anything, anywhere else. We're here to help. My mom's birthday, dad's birthday, brother, sister's birthday. I want to go hunting, go after practice. I didn't know we were lifting weights. This has been posted since January, all the days. We got everything posted on the website. All of our organized team activities leading all the way up to the first game. So it's and I do that for parents. I didn't know we were lifting. I have a rec league, church league, AAU basketball game. Or I lift at home at the YMCA health club. No, that can't happen. I've seen all this here before. We want them here working out with the team to build trust with kids and coaches. Of course, that's important. And if they are in another sport, and I want to make that clear to parents, if they are doing another sport and they're here at War Hill, okay, they come here next year, they're here at War Hill, I encourage our kids to play other sports. I want them to go be coached by other coaches. I want them to go learn new and exciting things. I'd rather I don't mind that. They want to go play basketball, go play. You want to go run track, go run. You want to go play baseball, go do. I encourage them to do that. You're never going to hear me tell a kid, don't do something else. Just stay with us. No, go do it. I want them to. So if they are doing something, another sport here at War Hill, they're free to do it. They do not need to show up to weightlifting unless they want to, any off-season activities. They can show up if they want to, but they're not going to get me to tell. I'm not going to tell them you need to be here even though they're doing another sport. No, they can go fully commit to that sport. And we'll see them when they're all done. However, if they say, Coach, I'm doing AAU, then you need to be here. I'm doing my church league, you need to be here. All right. If you're not playing a sport for War Hill, then you are here lifting. Now that's the benefit you. All right. This is a very difficult sport to play without having a conditioned body. And we we work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Right now, rising ninth graders Monday and Wednesday. Things will start to pick up a little bit more for them in the summer. So we got to make sure that they're prepared to deal with the rigors of this sport. And this is what the summer conditioning schedule looks like right now. This is just June. And I'll talk real quick about Coach Green and what he's going to be doing for us. We do, but this is what it looks like here all the way up. And this is already on the website. You don't need to take a picture of it or anything, but this is on the website already. And you can see it starts June 17th, and the conditioning days will change. And part of getting them prepared for the season is recovery. That's part of my training too. But anyway, so you see the times, they're already there, and even on Saturdays, this is for varsity and JV. Varsity and JV will condition together in the summertime. Couple of things here on the calendar. The calendar I wanted to make you guys aware of if you haven't already seen it. We have an O-line and a D-line skills camp at War. That's going to start in March. Now, we're trying to leverage the expertise of others. Like there's some very, very intelligent people that we want to bring on board and help our kids. This is some stuff that some of the best programs in the country do. They leverage the expertise of others, and this is what we want to do. There's some really good guys out there that are holding some skill specific, like for the different position specific skill camps. So, and we want to use them. So we have somebody for the O-line, somebody for the D-line, and this is actually going to start in March, and it's not limited to the varsity. This is open for varsity and JV. The sooner your kids, our athletes, your kids, the players, learn what these guys are doing at a higher level, the better it is for the better competitor that they're going to be. So we're trying to get all of that information and poured into our kids. So we're going to get guys coming in that are experts at these positions here. So the other thing that we're going to be doing is the Peninsula. We did this last year, the Peninsula Youth Skills Camp. That'll be around be May 24th through 25th, and it's be on WIS. You'll get more information about that. But the summer conditioning by Green Roots Performance Conditioning, that's starting in June with Coach Green. He has his own company, Sports Performance Plus Strength and Conditioning, and we do SAC training, speed, agility, and quickness. This guy's the expert on. He's got a clinic going on May 18th. I believe it's May 18th. That he's going to be doing right here for all of Williamsburg and the neighboring areas. He's going to be coming to train our athletes. We appreciate what he did last year for us. We saw the benefits of it on the football field. We believe that helped to contribute to a 12-1 season. And he's coming back and he's going to, do it again for us. If you are looking for training, if you're already taking them somewhere, that's fine. But we work with Coach Green. If he is fantastic, if you want to get your kids some training now, some extra sports-specific training, position-specific stuff, Coach Green is the one. He used to be the head football coach at Bruton. He helps us out now, with sports performance and strength and conditioning in the summertime. But this is his contact information, and he's a fantastic guy, and he did a great job for us here this past year. The FAQs, they are on the website, but just dates to keep in mind. July 15th, that'll be the entire team parent-player meeting. You'll hear some of the same stuff that you heard now, but it'll be more because that'll be focused on the regular season. Our July 24th, 26th, that's the Shenandoah camp. Some of these guys that are on right now, players that are on right now, they will be invited to the Shenandoah camp. And that right there is $240 per kid. We went there last year. It's a team camp. It's a fully padded camp that we're there for 3 days, and the kids get some serious work in. We feel like this was another thing that benefited us going into last season, which helped to help us have the success that we had last year. So we want to continue to do that. Now, August 1st will be varsity. August 5th is the first day of JV practice. All this is on the website, and I left here for you guys to take a look at our website. But just so you know, when we get done, at the end of the school year, I want to remind you, must have a physical dated after May 1st of 2024. That just wanted to make sure that was clear. All right. Perfect. Oh, yes. So parents, please help me out with vacations. August 5th is the start date for JV. Have all the fun you want in the summertime, get your vacation in, but please, please, please come on back here so we can have those guys ready to go August 5th to play football. We're excited for those guys, and we can't wait for those guys to get fully padded up in the War Hill gear. But any questions? All right, if you want to stay back, I'll stay on. If you have any questions, you can stay on and ask. If you don't have any questions, thank you for attending this meeting, and I look forward to meeting each and every one of you and seeing you out there supporting your kid out there in this season.
Sounds good. Thank you much.
Welcome. Anybody got questions, you can just stay on, and we'll do the best we can.
Coach.
Yes. I heard somebody.
I think they were just saying thank you, possibly.
Oh, okay.
Coaches, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Hey, Coach, I do have a question.
Yes.
Jackson Hayes, is my son, Big Red, coming up. He's got IMG bowl in June. And we're at that same time, we're going to take the family vacation and get it out of the way. Is that okay? He'll be gone the 17th through the 26th of June.
June 17th through the 26th?
Yes, sir.
Why are y'all going on vacation so long? No, that's all right.
Well, no, we're
No.
driving down there, and then the bowl is going to be a little, I think 4 or 5 days. So we don't have much time to really do anything because he's going to be dedicated to that.
No, I'm
you
just
know.
messing with you. That's fine. We're good. Get your vacation in, have fun, and we'll see you when you get back.
Yes, I just wanted to make sure that was cool because then he'll be back and we won't leave again. So
Yeah, no, that's good. That's perfect. That's good.
yes, sir.
Let
Thank
me know
you.
let me know if you need anything there before you take off.
Oh, he might need just like before for Dallas.
Okay. All right. Take care of that.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. See you now. You can also, if you want to type your question in, if you can type it in there, I can pull your question up.
Pretty much all coaches left now, Coach.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, and see y'all tomorrow then, since nobody has any questions. They got Heather Richards, Miss Richards. Oh, she's gone.
She just left.
Oh, all right. Well, see y'all tomorrow. Thanks there, Coach Temple.